Hello, gentlemen. How are you doing today?
Doing good. How are you?
Good, Harry.
I'm great, thank you. Well, thank you so much for this series. I'm so addicted that the minute I got my season two screeners, I binged them all. So I can't wait to
Oh,
see
good.
9 and 10. I'm hanging with a thread. But I just love this series so much. And Matt, let's just start with you because why do you think we are connecting with this?
I think there's something very compelling about the idea of going into the unknown and pushing the human experience forward in a way. And there's an exploration that is inherent in the human outlook on life that we just want to push forward. And the show tries to capture that kind of optimistic, hopeful future
Yeah.
that we might have. So I hope that's something that resonates with people.
Yeah, I would think so for sure for me. And Ben, what I love so much about this is that we get this alternate history, things that God, I wish really would have happened or could have happened. But how,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, is it hard to kind of separate the fact from the fiction? How does it not bleed in or how do you pull back?
Yeah, it does bleed in many times. I think one of the challenges of the show is that we wanna, as much as it's an alternate history, we wanted to ground it in real history. And I think some of the moments that I think are most interesting are actual moments from history that didn't change, but that are alternate history kind of highlight in a way that you didn't know about, like Mercury 13 or Werner von Braun. And I think moving ahead into season two, there's a lot more of that, including the
Yes.
shuttle. The shuttle was always in Earth orbit. We're taking it to the moon. So I think the ability to tell the story of history, but with a twist where you don't know what happens with Apollo 11, where you don't know where we're going, I think gives a level of an excitement to a space show that people haven't seen before. So yeah.
Yeah, and I love the fact that women are so in the forefront. That had to have been very important to you guys, I think.
It was, and one of the things I'm proudest of with season two is really seeing that journey and the scope of that journey for those female characters that in the beginning of season one came into the program and were kind of rookies who were, it wasn't easy for them, but they overcame those challenges. And now in season two, they're really they've risen up in the ranks of NASA and are leaders, and so seeing that journey, I think, is really compelling.
Yeah, and the cast too is so good. To me, it seems to me that behind the scenes they bond so well and get along so well. But Joel Kinnaman, man, he really just does ground this show. What was it about him when you guys first even saw him and thought, yeah, he's going to be great for Ed?
It's interesting. When we first saw him, because Joel's this beautiful mountain of a man, and we were worried at first. We were like, "Oh my God, how is this guy?" Astronauts tend to be smaller and fit into capsules to be smaller. But you're right. I think the moment seeing his passion for the story and this character, and the challenge of playing a character different than any character he's played before. Not only did he take to it in such an amazing way, I feel like you're right. He grounded the show and really you see the show through his eyes
Yeah.
in many ways, in terms of the Apollo 10 and the tragedy and coming into it. And he really does a wonderful job of not only, I think, taking us on the journey of the space exploration and where we're going with that, but also the human drama in his marriage to Karen and all that he goes through. I think that being able to balance both those things is a testament to his talent.
Yes,
Yeah, we feel very fortunate.
absolutely.
Yeah, there's something about him that's almost like a understated strength of like a Gary Cooper that I think is very rare these days to see a kind of prototypical movie star type aura. I think that really grounds the show that he brings that presence to it.
Absolutely, I agree. Okay, so people who really doesn't dream about getting that opportunity to go to space. And now we have Elon Musk, who's making this happen for people. Civilians are going into space, like insane. I know you got to have a lot of bucks, but now that you guys are space aficionados, Ben, what advice would you give these civilians going up to space?
Be careful what you wish for, would be my advice. If we've learned anything from writing this show, it's really dangerous. Space may seem like fun and fantastical, but man, it's really dangerous. There's a reason there's so much training involved. So, as much as I'm excited about normal people going to space, I also am a bit trepidatious about what could happen. So, I would say to be careful.
Yeah, you know what? I'm with you guys on that. I will enjoy it from the comfort of my couch. I really do appreciate the show. I can't even wait for season 3 already, what you're going to bring. So
It's
thank you so
coming.
much, and have a great day. Thanks for your time
Thank you,
today.
Bonnie.
Bonnie.